Days after dozens of people were killed in India's southern state of Kerala, another flood crisis is unfolding in the north. At least 17 people have been killed in Uttarakhand as out-of-control waters submerge homes. The city of Nainital has been completely cut off from the rest of the state. Bridges have been washed away and railway tracks destroyed. Major highways have also been blocked. Army officials have been deployed to help with rescue and relief efforts. In the south, Kerala's death toll has risen past 30. Heavy rain has battered the region for days. Flood waters remain waist-deep in many parts. The government has opened the gates of several dams to help regulate water levels, but authorities are on high alert as more heavy rain is forecast tomorrow. Neha Punya joins us with the latest. Neha, thousands are now being displaced across these states.
Absolutely, Jill. And in the last few days, we've seen some truly devastating scenes play out both in Kerala and in Uttarakhand. We've seen how today the government there has sounded an alarm because there was unprecedented rainfall that occurred in the last 24 hours, so much so that in the tourist town of Nainital, which is known for its iconic lake, there was complete flooding of the three main roads that lead into this town, cutting off the residents of that region. Many houses have been flooded. Bridges have simply crumbled under the weight of the rainwater, and landslides have occurred in many regions. The government there has now pressed into service 3 army helicopters because many regions, like I'm saying, have been rendered completely inaccessible, and rescue efforts are on a war footing now. The Prime Minister also taking stock of the situation in Uttarakhand today. But about 2,500 kilometers away down south in Kerala, the region is facing similar devastation as well. The videos that are doing the rounds on social media here in India are unimaginable. Streets that have filled up with water, people wading through waist-deep water to try and get to their homes. Many houses have crumbled because of landslides. And today you had the government there opening the shutters of 3 dams because of how much water had accumulated over the last few days. And because of this, about 200 families have been evacuated, from the low-lying areas to prevent any flash floods and thereby impacting lives there as well. But the worry in Kerala is that this unprecedented rainfall will likely continue for another few days. So the region is not out of danger yet.
These devastating floods are annual affairs. Why then aren't officials more prepared?
You're right, Jill. Sadly, they have become annual affairs. We see almost every single year now one region or the other in India reporting scenes like this where homes are flooded, people are rendered homeless, and there is widespread devastation that takes months, if not years, to recover from. And one of the reasons for that, experts say, is climate change. Millions in India, experts say, already feeling the impact of changing climate patterns, which is why these unprecedented weather events have now become sadly par for the course. But this time around, there were other 2 factors that contributed to this unprecedented rainfall as well. One, we usually see the southwest monsoon exit the Indian subcontinent by the month of October, but this time around there's been a 3-week delay, which means regions in the north and along India's eastern coast that normally don't receive so much rainfall in this month have seen downpours that are rare. Delhi, for example, has witnessed its wettest October since 1901, and the other region is because there were low-pressure formations along both the east and the west coast of the country, which have led to these patterns in both the north and the south of the country.
And many thanks, Neha Punya in New Delhi.